This is ENT Hooligans, your entertainment hub.
Oh, John Jones, what have you done? What's up, everybody? I'm Baby Moy, representing SportsVista, and as usual, representing the channel, ENT Hooligans, and everything else that is ENT Hooligans. I'm here with Simply Ness and Star Fox for joining us this afternoon. So, what's going on, folks?
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
Where's Luda when you need him on this beat?
I know, right? Yeah.
He'd be perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get to the meat and potatoes of the matter, how's everybody's day been progressing thus far?
It's been all right thus far, man. Can't complain.
Yeah.
No complaints.
That's good. That's good. Always like to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Positivity, you know what I'm saying, goes a long way, and boy, does this world need it. It's in shambles.
That's right.
Absolutely, man.
In shambles, just like the career of said person whom we're going to be discussing for the next couple of minutes. I don't know how long this is going to take, but we're going to be talking nevertheless. John Jones, somebody who was on his way to having a absolutely decorative career, on his way to becoming the best ever, transcending any other fighter who has stepped foot not only in the octagon but the MMA world.
Correct.
He was on his way. He was destroying people left and right. He was more than just making a name for himself. Hey, what's up, Austin? How
Ladies
you doing,
and gentlemen,
G?
How'd you get
Austin
off your
has
phone, man?
entered
Yeah,
the building.
I'm doing good. Yeah, y'all can't
good.
get rid of the blade that easy.
That's right.
The Blade has
How's
joined
your
us,
day
ladies
been,
and
man?
gentlemen. Welcome.
Welcome
So
to this
we
crazy
got
edition
Austin
Welcome
the
to
Blade in the
SportsVista.
house.
Yeah,
So,
that's
how's your
right.
day
Everybody's here now. All right.
Just
how's your
chilling
day been
out.
treating you?
It's been good, man. I don't know, dude. Like this whole John Bones Jones thing, dude. I don't know, man.
It's heartbreaking to say the least. It's disappointing. It's just
It
really
absolutely
sad.
is.
Like,
Because we all were rooting
This guy-
for him, like
this guy-
everybody.
Everybody
This guy
was.
had the potential to be the greatest ever, as Mo just said.
Absolutely.
And
He was on his way.
You know,
He
what makes
was,
this, what,
and
what
it was
makes
the
this
way. It
even
was the
worse-
way. Go ahead, Ness. I'm sorry, buddy.
What makes this even worse is not just the fact that he was such an immense talent, but he was also a likable he was also a likable person.
Right, when he first started
he
in the
was.
UFC, if you guys can go back and look at his interviews and look at the press conferences that
Yeah.
he took part in, he was
Yeah.
the way he would speak, the way he was he'd talk about his belief, his faith in God, the way he would
Yes.
not only talk about that, but just himself as a human being. Talking about helping others and how he helped that lady who got was getting robbed.
Robbed.
you know.
Yeah.
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 How he told that story and just the principles of what he once upon a time stood for. He stood for love and faith and all that good stuff. That essentially makes for an awesome feel good story.
Yeah. Now, I don't know where I said this. Maybe this was on my Facebook or something, but I said that he has an addiction and he just can't get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? And about the whole God thing, I know it's going to sound absolutely crazy, but it says it in God's word that nobody's too far gone for God. Even John Bones Jones, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we are definitely gonna discuss all this because it ties in somehow, some way. It ties in when you examine John Jones's personality, when you examine his upbringing and all of that. So, but we're gonna get into all that. But right now, the story is he got busted for the steroids This is his second violation and third suspension.
Yeah.
Test, yeah. This would be his third suspension,
Dang.
yeah. As of right now,
And they're
The
doubling it.
first violation was cocaine related.
Yes.
Right. That's when he had.
And
That's when he
these
was,
last two
yeah.
have been relatable to the whole steroids thing.
Right.
Man.
So many questions and so many feelings that run through your mind, you know. But going back to something that Austin said, we were all rooting for him. I know I was rooting for him. I know I felt good.
Yeah.
Because I was under the
yeah.
impression of, oh man, he's found himself again. He's being that positive John Jones that we were first exposed to when he emerged on the scene. It all seemed like it was going back to square one.
Yes, and it was hard not to feel good for him because we thought he had turned over a new leaf and began a new chapter, and this was going to be we're going to see the best John Jones we've ever seen.
Exactly.
Going
It was
forward.
believable. It was very believable.
And then yesterday we find out that he failed another drug test that he took the day before the fight.
It's such a downer. It's a downer because,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you say now that John Jones beat anybody legitimately?
Yeah, as of
Yeah.
right, because at this point his legacy has been totally tarnished. There's no
Did
coming
he
back
use
from that.
steroids to beat
Can you
DC?
can you watch a John Jones fight nowadays, given the developments that have taken place, and say to yourself and not ask yourself, was he on? Was he not on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna play
Yeah.
with that question every
Right.
single fight that you watch now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they're listening.
Well, that was kind of interesting.
That was interesting.
I'm sure.
It's and it's really sad how he was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm off the steroids," but yet when he was doing the press conferences, John Jones was saying he kept alluding to the whole steroids thing when it wasn't even mentioned. When DC brought it up, okay, yeah, he said something about it, he touched upon it, but then when it wasn't even mentioned, he would go back to that, and it's like, well.
Why do you keep
that-
going back to
that
this?
makes-
Is it guilty conscience?
Guilty conscience, guilty conscience, perhaps, yeah.
And in my opinion, if you have to take steroids to beat somebody, that, in my book, that just makes you a coward.
The
I'm
sad
sorry, it's
part
not
is,
legit. The sad
Yeah,
part is that
because
this
you
is
know
somebody
in
that
your
doesn't
heart-
need it.
right,
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
He did
And
not
it's-
need to take
you know-
steroids.
Like,
Was he that insecure?
Giving
that he
his
didn't feel
athletic
like
Yeah.
prowess, you know what I'm saying?
or that
Exactly.
confident or something. I don't know.
Like-
or
Ness and I were having a conversation earlier about steroids.
Wow.
It's the people who need them who have to fight for them. Because of this.
yeah.
For recovery
Yeah.
reasons.
Now when
For
you
recovery reasons, yeah.
When you say fight for them, people who need them are the ones who primarily fight for them. What exactly are you saying?
People who need them that aren't athletes.
Yeah, people who are battling
Like-
with like chronic asthma or other illnesses
health
that
reasons.
require them to
Okay,
take steroids.
okay.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
life and death, basically.
Yeah.
Now I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but John Jones is an athlete,
Exactly.
and part of what he
And he
does
got them-
inquires you working out.
Correct.
And by that alone, you would think, okay, I work out a hell of a lot in the gym. That minimizes the window and the possibility of me using
Right, with
steroids.
it-
You know what I'm saying?
Within the
Right.
workout regimen, you would think he would be taking some sort of nutritional supplements,
Correct.
Exactly.
not performance enhancement
Correct.
drugs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's an addiction, like Austin said. It's kind of like people.
Yeah, but
this may sound really small,
steroids
but
and cocaine are two different beasts. You know, they're
Right,
two
exactly.
different types of
They
addictions.
are.
Because you use one, obviously one destroys you, really destroys you, while the other one, it destroys you to a certain extent, but you're using it primarily because you're unsure if whether or not you can beat said opponent.
When
Exactly.
when athletes are using steroids, it's because they're addicted. When they abuse steroids, It's because
Yeah.
they're
Correct.
addicted to winning. They're addicted to competition.
Correct.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose.
Yeah.
They
Ever.
can't fathom the possibility of losing. And I'm gonna say this. One of the questions that I've asked myself is, yes, I understand, and I said this to Ness earlier. I understand that a head kick is a head kick, and a nice placed kick or punch will knock anybody out on any given day. However, the question remains now: had he been off the steroids, how powerful would the kick have been? Had he been off on steroids, would he have been able to muster up even, the chance, possibility of him head kicking Daniel Cormier? Because let's not forget, for 2 rounds, Daniel Cormier was whooping John Bones Jones.
Oh yeah.
Before
yeah.
before we even go there, let's even rewind it back to when they were supposed to fight at UFC 200. John Jones failed his first drug test at UFC 200.
He did.
Coming into that fight with DC, that fight that was supposed to take place at UFC 200.
So was he already
So
doubting
how
the
confident
possibility
was,
of beating
how
him?
confident was he that he could beat DC?
Yeah.
Because again, their first fight was fairly close. He didn't dominate Daniel Cormier. He was
Of
close.
course not. Of course.
And then before that, he had gotten dominate. He had lost to Alexander Gustafsson, even though
Right.
even though the
it's
judges
a
saw it
W
differently.
for John Jones.
He practically lost that fight. So his confidence was already might have been
Now,
shattered.
let me ask you
there.
this: I was just about to ask you, could his confidence have been shooken up from that fight on forward,
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
knowing that he got
Yeah.
lit
Probably.
by Alexander Gustafsson?
Gustafsson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And some people can't let the past go.
I mean,
And
he
some
got the
people don't
W.
learn.
He got the W.
He
But
got
he
the
got the
W.
cuts, the welts, and the bruises to prove that he got his butt handed to him.
And you know what makes
Yeah.
me mad as well about this whole John Jones thing? He put his family in this. Like he said, oh yeah, my family, they've supported me. Well, yeah, well, what now?
And his brothers were in attendance for UFC 214.
Yes,
They were there, yeah. They were there
they
to
were
see
there.
that.
Yeah.
So what are they thinking now? You got a problem.
But as of right now, he hasn't been stripped of the belt yet, but he will.
No, not yet.
obviously,
He will.
once
That's the inevitable.
It's a matter of when, because he's going to get stripped of the belt,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
and he's probably is going to be suspended for about 4 years. They're saying.
Yeah.
So
They
basically,
said-
his career is over now.
They said double the time he was suspended before, and that
Yeah,
was 2
exactly.
years.
Wow.
I mean, quite honestly, if you were to ask me personally, I feel like I've gotten gypped because here I went from, I like this guy, John Jones, man, and what he stands for and how he carries himself and his attitude, and all that.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah.
oh man, what's going on with you? Why are you spiraling, dwindling out of control? To now, seemingly, it was like, oh man, he's found himself. He's back. John Jones is back as a fighter, as a person, as a whole.
Yeah,
Right.
we
Only-
felt like he had turned over a new leaf,
Only
and,
to-
and we were gonna see an even better version of him than we saw before.
Only to regress
Only to
back
now-
to this.
Wow, only to now be disappointed by the
Your
latest.
word has no
development here.
credibility anymore.
Not just
Whatever
that, but
you say,
his legacy is now tarnished. Totally.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't. If he manages to come back again in 4 years,
Nobody's
it's
gonna
not
buy
gonna
it.
matter.
Nobody's gonna buy
It's not
it.
gonna
no.
matter. It's no longer
Your
his legacy
career is
tarnished.
done.
His career is over. His legacy is tarnished.
So, let's go back, however, to earlier, a couple of like 10, 15 minutes ago. We're talking about John Jones's hinted at talking about John Jones's upbringing. And
Yes.
this is somebody who grew up in a Christian home. And we did kind
Yes.
of talk about this on a previous podcast. I don't remember which one it was. But let's go. This is somebody who I remember on one of those late night shows. Now, don't ask me which one because I don't remember who the host was for this one. I think it was, I want to say Jimmy Kimmel, but I could be wrong. However, he said, quote, I was not allowed to date even when I was around the age of 17. Okay. He was not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that. He had to go and sleep at a certain time.
So
All
here's my
because he
question.
grew up on in a quote unquote Christian household.
Here's my
Now,
question.
I'm not before that. Hold that question. Before that, I just wanna say, by no means, again, by no means is our intent to disrespect anybody of Christian faith. So go ahead, Chris.
No,
Because we're Christians ourselves.
we're simply pointing out that John Jones grew up in a overly strict, by his description, overly strict household.
And he used that
So
word,
here's my
strict.
question. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is he rebelling now for
That's
for
exactly
all
what I
those
wanted to get at.
For all those times that he could do
yeah.
certain things?
Because he also mentioned that he wasn't able to go to parties until he gained this success. That's when he started going to all these parties and doing all these things that he never did before.
Yeah.
And not knowing how to handle that is
and not knowing how to handle that.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
That was the problem, because he
I
never
was just
he was
about to
never
say that.
he never was allowed to be exposed to that. So
Correct.
when he finally did get exposed to it, it was he didn't know how to handle it. He just went all in.
Yeah.
It's like a hunger, man. Like you want
It is.
more and more and more. You know?
Exactly.
Right.
And that's why I
Yeah.
personally don't want to be famous. I mean, I don't mean to. This is an interesting segue, but that's why us on Anti-Hooligans, I'm not trying to make it by ourselves, but that's why I want to stay humble. Because, we don't want a similar situation here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, that guy's a role model, man, or he was. I'm sure there was kids or
Of
teenagers
course.
looking up,
Absolutely.
and like the baseball players. I mean, I don't mean to deviate to another sport, but
Oh, no, it ties in.
baseball has this issue too.
It does tie in.
It
yeah.
ties
Yeah,
in.
yeah. The steroid era in baseball. There is a dark
like
cloud over
A-Rod
that.
or A-Royd,
Really?
as people called him. Yeah,
There was a dark cloud. Like right now, Barry Bonds is the home
Barry
run
Bonds.
king.
Pete
But there is an
Rose, all
asterisk
them.
over that. Well, Pete Rose is a different story. He wasn't. His story wasn't really about steroids. His problem was gambling.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. That was numbered, okay.
But it's still an addiction.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do
Yeah.
with
But that's
his
different.
athleticism,
I
nothing to
thought
do
he
with
did
the
the-
sport.
no,
Right.
steroids.
His athletic resume is totally
It does not tie in to athletics
it
at
doesn't,
all.
no.
Okay.
But it's just like the steroid era in baseball. Like back in '98, we all enjoyed the home run chase with McGuire and Sosa, and Ken Griffey was the
watched-
cleanest one out of the three.
I watched baseball
Yeah.
like my life depended on it at that given point.
Those were great childhood memories, and then to find out later on that it was all fake.
Fake, yeah.
It was disappointing.
And it makes me wonder, going back to John Jones,
Yeah.
oh yeah, take this, man, it'll make you feel good. And since he's taking it, he's like, you know what, I like the way this makes me feel.
Not only that, but
Boosts
let's
up
just
my
look at the
energy.
nature of steroids. It boosts up your speed, your strength, your stamina,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives you
even
it
your
gives you an
ability to
edge. It
take a
gives you an
punch and
edge.
take a kick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it gives you an edge. And the competitor in you wants to gain that edge.
Exactly.
When you're addicted to winning, this is what you do.
Now, how hard is this for Daniel Cormier?
I was just gonna ask that.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine right now.
Poor
man.
DC. Like,
DC
I feel
must
for the
feel,
guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do too.
Yeah.
I mean,
If anybody
must
must
feel like-
him.
at the end of that
He-
fight, man, he was totally he was so out of it, and now to find out that it was under those circumstances.
He must feel totally
Bro,
chipped.
if
Wow,
I'm
man,
DC,
that's horrible.
if I'm DC,
That's
I'm
horrible.
thinking to myself, yo, legitimately, this cat never beat me. And now I'm never gonna have the
Yeah.
chance to prove to myself and to prove to others that I can beat him.
Yeah. Oh, right. And real quick, I'd like to say, hey, this is for all of you out there who question the legitimacy of Daniel Cormier's championship. Yeah, take a good look.
Yep.
Take a good look. That's what an illegitimate champion looks like. Not Daniel Cormier.
Because if you want to question somebody, question him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I hate to say it. Listen, I really hate to be pissed off and hate to be upset and hate to sound like I'm throwing or like we're throwing jabs at Jon Jones, but it is what it is.
No. It is what it is. And it pisses me off when Daniel Cormier, a legitimate champion, gets delegitimized by the public. But yet, hey, this is what an illegitimate champion looks like right here. Take a good look. That's what he looks like.
Exactly.
Not Daniel Cormier.
And it makes me think, well, do you have to take steroids every time you go into a UFC, when you go into the octagon?
Well, now we don't gotta worry about it. He's gonna get he's gonna get those 4 years.
Oh yeah, for sure.
More than likely, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah.
They're gonna give him those 4 years. It ain't gonna be 3. It's gonna be 4.
It's gonna be 4, yeah.
And for those who were waiting for a Jon Jones and Brock confrontation, Brock ain't going to the UFC now.
Nope.
First of all, I don't think Brock should be returning anyway because he fought dirty this last time he was in the UFC in the first place. He failed a damn drug test, the same damn drug test on the same card that Jon Jones failed, but only Brock was the one that was left on the card, but Jon Jones was pulled from the card.
Uh-huh.
As I stated on a previous podcast, that was told, there was some racial undertones to that. I totally wholeheartedly believe it was.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. They both failed drug tests, but only one of them was pulled from the card.
Yep.
Yeah, but either way, bro, I regret back.
They should have both been pulled from the card.
But that is a fight that people legitimately wanted to see. And unlike this, what we're gonna get this weekend, that was a fight worth investing on, just because of the intrigue, because it's Brock, because you had the question, can Jon Jones roll? Which I had. Well, this is all confusing.
We were all looking forward to seeing that. Man.
This is all
we all wanted
confusing.
to see
Listen,
Brock and Jon Jones.
I really have no words.
Well, before you go any further, I believe they should have both been pulled from the card. If they both failed the drug test, they should have both been pulled from the damn card.
Well, they were tested.
Not just one. They should have both been pulled from the card.
They were both tested really at the same time frame.
Yeah, exactly. They should have both been pulled from the card.
Yeah.
Why the hell did Brock get to stay on the card?
You know what the excuse is? Because he was a one-time deal. That's why.
That's excuse the language here, but that's a bullshit excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
He failed a drug test, just like Jon Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
He should have been pulled from the card.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is another issue that UFC is having now, not just with Jon Jones, but with Brock Lesnar failing a drug test recently, but being allowed to fight anyway, and with other guys being popped for steroids. This is not just a Jon Jones issue. This has been like a recurring thing here within the UFC roster.
Thank you, Sufa.
Yeah, exactly.
I went there.
I'm sorry, but
I went there.
But I'm sorry, but a suspension to me is, now that it's his third time, is like a slap on the wrist.
Well, he's going to be out for 4 years, so his career pretty much is over at this point.
Yeah.
So why don't they just fire the guy?
They could if they wanted to, yeah. They could.
They might. They should.
But his legacy
I
is
think they should
tarnished.
too.
His legacy is tarnished, absolutely. It's sad to say.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy could have set records that would have never been broken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, the order of things for me was, Anderson Silva with St. Pierre, with Jose
Aldo,
and
Johnson.
Demetrius Johnson. And Jon Jones. Now there's only 4.
Jon Jones is not in that discussion anymore. No.
It's not in it. Nope.
Forget about that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It sucks to say. Now, you know what? This is gonna sound crazy, maybe to some of those out there.
Go ahead.
But I dare ask this question as well. What about when his kids get older
Exactly.
and understand, and they look at daddy's quote unquote legacy? What's up?
That's something
That's
he's gonna have to bear, man.
That psychologically is going to mess,
Wow.
I think, them up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well.
You know, but we don't think about these things when we're getting juiced up and when we're getting nice and bulky to
No.
rip our opponent apart. You know what I'm saying? We don't think of the repercussions of how this has a ripple effect of how this could go back and affect my children. We don't think
You
about
wanna know
that.
why?
We don't think about how
Real quick.
people. You know what, bro? Go butt in, please.
Go ahead. Yeah. I mean,
You know what?
It is sad. It is sad. Look, but real quick to complete the Brock Lesnar saga here. They did turn the decision over against Mark Hunt and into a no contest, rightfully so. But he still should have been pulled from the card. Okay. He should have been pulled from the card. He failed a drug test. He should have been pulled from the card. Brock Lesnar is not, I repeat, is not a bigger draw in the UFC than John Bones Jones. I don't care what anybody says. Brock Lesnar is not a bigger draw than John Jones in the UFC.
And to go back to your question, Mo, about why. 1, cockiness. 2, selfishness.
Yes.
It's all about me.
The addiction to winning takes over.
It's all about me and what I want.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The addiction to winning takes
That's
over,
right.
man, and it just, wow.
So I will do anything to win, even if it means harming my own body.
He's not harming his body.
That's
He's gonna eventually end up harming his children.
Look here. This
Yes.
is look. Before look,
Yeah.
he made reference. He mentioned in a what's it, the pre-fight conference, where he talked
I'll
about
let you know.
taking, where he talked about taking sexual performance.
That was during the pre-fight
medicine.
conference.
Now,
Yeah.
why does a 29-year-old man need to take that kind of medicine? That kind of medicine.
Exactly.
What is wrong with this picture? Bruh, you're 29 years old. Well, he was 29 at the time. He's 30 now. You're 29, 30-year-old man. You don't need to take any sort of sexual enhancement pill medicine.
all.
Because it made him feel good.
Come on.
You don't need to take
What's
that
wrong
at
with
all.
you? Like goes to show you, what has he been on steroids this whole time? That the steroids essentially affected his sexual performance.
Yeah, it could be.
Now, mind you, this has nothing to do with us because, quite frankly, that's none of our business. But it does tie into.
Yeah,
the,
but
to
it
the
ties
effects
into
of-
it.
To the
Has
use of
steroids?
Right.
Have you been consuming steroids that much to the point where
Where you
know,
now have to resort
where-
to taking sexual enhancement pills
Yeah, where you can't grease the
for
monkey
your performance.
You know.
Because come on, man, you're 29, 30 years old. That shouldn't be happening, okay?
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And not to mention, he didn't think, oh, how the heck am I going to take care of my family?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What am I going to do
Yeah.
now? No. Once again, addiction is all about what I want.
And financially,
addiction, and
how is John Jones financially?
There's that, and there's also, again, the rebellion the rebellion against living in growing up in a strict environment, in
Correct.
an overly strict environment. That's the
Right.
rebellion that we're now seeing.
Because he didn't have a chance to do that during his teenage years. No, that's not an excuse. Okay?
No, it's not. But it does explain why when he broke out, he really broke out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's like that person who's used to girl or guy being a complete jerk to them, and they jump from relationship to relationship, hooking up with nothing but jerks, and finally they find that
one
one
jerk after
person that's
another.
nice to them, and they don't know how to
You're like,
handle
what?
it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, but in this
Or
case,
they
it's the
can't.
total.
In this
it's
case-
the total opposite.
In this case,
It's the reverse. It's the opposite of that. Yeah.
it's not knowing how to handle. Oh my gosh.
It's not knowing how to handle, consuming alcohol, consuming drugs if you're going to consume them, because he never did it before. until
Exactly.
he became a success.
Hold on, breaking news.
Yeah.
I got breaking news.
What?
Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. We got some breaking news
He's
here.
gonna eat a banana.
Speaking of consuming
breaking
news, I'm gonna eat a banana. I'm gonna consume a banana right now.
See, told you.
All right,
Told you.
all right.
I'm like, oh man.
Told you.
Come on.
Dude.
Ain't nobody
Come on,
care.
Hey, come on, man. You can't be taking that banana, man. All right. That's a podcast performing enhancing.
Shut up, yo.
Hey, speaking of
Yo, so question. I can't be drinking a caffeine-free Dr. Pepper either?
I can't be drinking
No.
the Surge.
No,
I'm talking the Surge, like 90
that's
Surge.
right.
Hey, you
The
give
heck
it
is
a.
Surge?
Yeah, I'm
Hold
not
on,
even
hold
lying.
on.
Like, I'm about to
Hold on,
partake
so-
in the bananas myself.
So I know we've all I know we're all upset here with this whole John Jones thing. But I want to ask you, Star Fox and Austin, if you can, maybe elaborating more on, you know, how you felt in terms of rooting for the guy. And I know you guys are fairly new into the MMA scene, but still, you know, you're someone new, exposed to the UFC, and you see this guy. I'm assuming, you know, you watch him out there and you're amazed at his ability in the cage, you know, his athletic ability, and the way he was talking pre-fight and post-fight. I mean, he came across as somebody who was likable. I know if I were
Right.
I know if I were introduced to the UFC at this point, you know, being somebody that never really paid attention to it like that, I know I would have taken a liking to John Jones, you know. So now, how do I feel now, knowing that this has occurred? How, you know, it sucks. And yes, I have to put the banana down. But Crystal, let me start with you. Take me
I
through
feel like I got
your
chipped.
emotions.
Okay. So, I honestly thought he turned around, you know, and he was gonna be cool, and he was gonna be awesome, and he was gonna be amazing, and we were gonna see the Brock and Jones fight. You know, now I feel like I just got chipped, and I feel really sad, not just for him. Well, okay, not for him, but I feel sad for his kids. It's the kids who get the worst of it. Like, what's gonna happen when they're older? And they realize, my dad's a druggie.
Not only that, but you know
From
how
my-
kids could get, especially when they reach a particular age in youth, other kids
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to want to ridicule them.
Right.
So how do you have that conversation as a parent with your kids regarding
Speaking from
you want to talk about
experience,
heartbreaking conversation? Yeah.
speaking from experience, it sucks and it hurts.
Wow.
And it's horrible. The question is, could you overcome it?
Not only good, but how?
Yeah.
Yep. And also, can you break the cycle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it could become a cycle. Hopefully not, but it could.
Yes. Absolutely. Hopefully they're able to break the cycle.
How do you break that? How do you overcome that? What do you tell yourself?
It's tough.
Well, that's
And
why
can
I
you-
believe that we need. Sorry.
Go ahead, Austin.
Well,
ahead,
that's
Austin.
why I believe that we need the Lord to help us, because we can't do it on our own. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right. You're absolutely right. We can't do it alone.
But, you know, I don't know, man. I really don't believe in, like, sheltering people, and I've been around a lot of, you know, Christian people in the past 8 years, you know. I mean, I see both sides of the coin, but I think people, they should know, like, they should see the effects instead of just telling you, okay, drugs are bad, but why not show the effects when you get to a certain maturity?
There should be
what happens when
some sort of balance. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, exactly. And let them, I don't know, like,
if
show
you're
the
gonna,
effects.
Oh, sorry to cut you off there, Austin. If you're gonna tell your kids that drugs are bad, at least explain to them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You
tell
can't
me
just
the
say,
why.
"Oh, drugs are bad.
Right,
Don't
exactly.
do it."
Tell me the why. Show me the
Exactly.
effects of it. However way
exactly.
how. Either you can tell me, through your own words, or show me some video. Do something.
Or show videos.
That's demonstrative of
yes.
okay, this is why drugs are bad.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, because we're just going to be like, okay, whatever. We're
And
not
also
gonna
in
listen
John
to you.
Jones' case, where was family when he started going to these clubs, when he started partying, when he started, when he was introduced to drinking and all that stuff? Where was that person to tell him, listen, I know you're new to this, but be careful how you handle it? You know what I'm saying? Where was that voice?
Maybe they kind of turned their back on him. Maybe.
As opposed to being supportive.
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe they
As
were
opposed
there.
to being supportive, maybe they
Letting
said,
him know.
he's breaking the Christian law, to put it in those terms.
The whole legalism
Or
thing.
So now we're not going to
Or
support
maybe-
you. So you're exiled.
Or maybe they were there, but he chose not to listen.
That's another.
That
that's
can't
a
happen.
possibility as
That
well,
could be
yeah.
a
That's
thing.
absolutely
That's
is a
another possibility
possibility
as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
If somebody's in your ear telling you, you shouldn't be doing this
right.
because of this and this and this and this, and you were raised in a setting like that.
Now,
what are you going to do? If
here's
somebody
the
tells
thing,
you
though.
not to do it, you're going to do it.
When they were telling him not to do anything, did they ever tell him why? That's the
exactly.
$1 million question.
Right, that's what it comes
Why?
down
And they
to.
might,
How is it presented?
and they might have. We don't know. We weren't there.
Maybe.
No, of course not. We're just
point.
assuming at this point. But
Right.
but it is. I think it is
kinda
important to
curious.
talk about John Jones's upbringing,
Oh,
Yes.
for sure.
because
But-
I have
but,
no
but-
doubt in my mind that it absolutely plays role in what's going on today in John Jones's
Yeah.
life
Right.
and in what's been going on with him for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
correct. Now, Austin, back to the question. You were fairly new to this, so
how do I feel?
Take us through.
Which
take
I
us
was
through
going to
how-
get back
how,
to that.
you know. Go ahead. Yeah.
This is my honest to goodness opinion. I still had my what's the term I'm looking for? I still had like my doubts. Like, how do we know? You know what I'm saying? I kind of had a sneaking feeling, just because of how it unfolded. I'm like, dude, I don't know. This sounded kind of fishy. I'm sorry. I'm a very analytical person. Even though I was watching it, I'm like, I don't know, man. This just came on out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And now that I think back, at the time I thought, like, okay, maybe not, but it just came on out of nowhere, like literally, if you guys think about it, and then it all climaxed into this head kick.
Well,
What came out of nowhere?
And then you look.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, then you look at the post interview, and he's giving DC his props, honoring him as a man, and he's a hell of a fighter, hell of a this, hell of a that, and by that point, I'm saying to myself, wow, this guy is really looking to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Obviously forgetting the fact that this guy kept alluding to the steroids at the conference.
Right.
Because
Yes.
I absolutely forgot about that. Not only did I forget about it, but while he was doing so, I undermined it.
Yeah.
Now, my question for you guys, Crystal and Austin, does this discourage you from watching any future UFC events, or where are you guys
Nah.
at on that?
That's a great question.
No.
Nah, come on.
No, it's
Nah.
it's just one guy. I mean, it's something I will kind of be mindful of, kind of be more analytic of it, but I'm not going to stop watching UFC personally.
Now, mind you, he is just one guy, but he's a major asset to the company.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He is a
Yeah.
major asset to the company. Yeah.
Well,
I'll see how it
Now he's
unfolds.
more
like
at
a major
UFC,
ass,
what
but
happens
anyway.
with UFC?
exactly.
Well, that's another story.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
That was interesting. Sorry. Excuse me. It's been some interesting music. Been very. What's the term I'm looking for? Like very energetic.
Why does this kind of sound chopped and screwed?
No, it's not chopped and
Yeah.
screwed.
A little bit.
No, it's like 80s is what makes me think of more.
Yeah.
Makes
The
me
voice
think of
is
some
naturally
scary
like
backing
the
vocals.
voice is
Dr.
naturally
Dre.
like that.
Makes me
This
think
is
of
nice,
something
yeah.
scary,
Oh.
like off one of those scary movies, or Thriller or something.
It's unique
Yeah,
to
that's
say
right,
the least.
lady.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this summer we have Revenge of the Performance Enhancers.
Oh man.
So I can't take a podcast performance enhancer.
No,
You know,
no.
And all this John Jones stuff,
Darn.
I know we just really just dipped our feet into the pool and went full body. But
Yeah.
I want to remind you guys to please thumbs up, comment. I gotta really emphasize comment,
Comment.
Please.
I know.
subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I guarantee you guys will have a hell of a time here on ENT Hooligans as we provide you with podcasts and gameplays and so much more. So and don't worry, little by little, the wheels will be turning and we will be churning and delivering. So don't worry, don't fear. ENT Hooligans is definitely here. So just wanna let
Hey,
you
that's a
guys
good
know
Right,
that.
slogan
that's
for a
right, guys.
shirt.
That's right.
We should have an ENT Hooligans shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I know somewhere where I can actually get them for cheap. So y'all let me know.
So going back to John Jones though, and we will do the whole shirts thing at some point. The whole John Jones thing. As he serves his 4-year suspension, I'm calling it already. What does John Jones do in the meantime?
Go work at a McDonald's.
Go.
He won't fail that.
Maybe he can go to WWE.
A lot of people have said that. Now, I must ask this. Why is that always the alternative?
I know. Always.
UFC,
Connor's gonna go to
WWE are
WWE.
joined at the hip, man. They like
Like-
to do the cross-promoting thing, you know what I'm saying? You know? Brock
that's true.
Lesnar, CM Punk.
Well,
Yeah.
John Jones would be making a lot more money there.
Yeah, he would. And they're not as strict about steroids over there.
Steroids,
Exactly.
yeah. They're not.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, not to mention he could get away with using a lot of whatever steroids he uses in WWE, given the fact that you know, the excuse is there. It's for medical reasons, which to some degree in wrestling holds some sort of validity. I won't
Right.
say that it's entirely false.
This goes back to what I was saying before. How has he been on steroids the entire time? Because he had to resort to taking sexual enhancement medicine.
Exactly.
Yeah, how
Steroids
bad?
does affect that now. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so if you want to still have your bullocks intact, you know.
So if you want to keep your vitality, man, you may want to stay off the roids.
Yeah.
All right.
Hashtag
Believe it or
save
not-
the bullocks.
Believe it or not, that goes for women too.
Wait, women have bullocks?
No. Steroids messes up with your sexual.
Oh, yeah,
Stuff.
it messes with your fertility, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Boy, this is unbelievable. I think we're gonna be the only ones who will be covering this. You know, bringing up the whole sex thing.
Well, hey, look. John Jones himself brought it up.
Brought it
okay? So
up,
it's not
yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not like we're crossing a line here.
Well,
he brought it up.
this is true.
It's fair game.
This is a good point. He put it out there. It's out there. You know,
It's out there.
It was out on
begs
Twitter and everything. So
and it goes and it begs the question as to how long he's been on steroids, because steroids does affect vitality,
it does.
and he admitted to taking a sexual enhancement medicine, which is what he tested, what he failed the drug test for in UFC 200.
Yep.
I just feel bad for
according to what he said.
I just feel bad for his kid's mom. Like,
Yikes.
having to go through that. Ugh. As a woman, that would make me feel horrible.
I feel bad for his family in general. Like his I guess fiance, wife. I don't know if he's married or not, but his fiance, his wife, his kids. It's tough, man.
It's got to be.
Just for for everybody in his circle, it's got to be a man.
I mean,
Oh,
let's look at what's happened with him during the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, the cocaine thing, the sex gone bad, hitting a pregnant woman.
Oh my God.
Breaking her arm in a car accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Broke her arm, by the way.
What?
Broke her arm. Yeah,
that was a car accident.
It was a car accident. Well, yeah.
It was a hit and run, I believe. Yeah, it was a hit and
What
run.
if that were your kid's
Can't even
mom?
deem it an
Hello?
accident, but anyway.
It was a hit and run where he
was jacked
caused
up.
the woman's arm to break.
Oh wow.
He was jacked up on ish, and this
Oh
occurred.
wow.
What if that
That
were
was
your
his
kid's
first
mom that
suspension.
happened to?
That was his first suspension. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that
I
was
forgot about
yeah.
that part. Wow.
Yeah, that's how this all began. Yeah. That's
Oh, wow.
And it
Oh,
was
yeah. I
sad
wasn't aware
because
of that.
if you guys and you guys out there watching and or listening to us, if you're new to the MMA scene, go back to, I would say, what, 2012, 2013, Ness?
Oh wow.
Take.
And look at John Jones' press conference interviews. He's gone, man. He's gone. There's something off about him.
Wow.
Something
2000
absolutely
wow.
not right. Something.
2004. No, it was 2014, right? When did
14.
he fight? When was the first time he fought DC? 2014, right?
Crap, I don't even recall, bro. Seems like a
Yeah.
long time ago.
It was about 3 years. It was a little over 3 years ago. So look at that post-fight press conference. Look at the build-up to that fight, and then look at the post-fight.
He's off. Especially
he
during the
wasn't in his right
post-fight.
state of mind at that time.
Especially during the post-fight, bruh.
Wow.
That is sad.
He was off.
He wasn't himself, man. Something was off.
And
Austin,
we
what
ain't
do
the
you mean?
only ones. We ain't the only ones saying that, and we ain't the only ones who said that
No.
when we was watching that.
No.
A whole
No.
bunch of the MMA community were saying that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That something didn't seem right. Something was not clicking with John Jones.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And now here we are today.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Here we are today. Yeah. What we
Unreal.
thought was a
Just sad.
redemption story has now become a tragedy, really, a cautionary tale.
He's
so to speak.
wrecked
Yes.
his
Tragic.
career. He's wrecked his
career is
personal life.
ruined,
He's
his
wrecked
legacy
the
is
lives
ruined.
of his members of his family, his children, his
Yeah.
fiance
Yeah.
or wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's an all-around tragedy all around. I mean, there's nothing about this that is celebratory at all. No, not this
No.
is an all-around tragedy for everybody involved.
Yeah. Exactly.
Unbelievable. I will say this, and this might be a weird ass statement, but I will say this. At least for this week, we've had something worth covering.
Yes.
I will
This is-
elaborate on that.
This is worth
I
covering.
will elaborate on that and say, this week it feels great to have something that does not really affect our daily lives to be disappointed about.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. At least we have
essentially-
something to cover.
Because essentially, this right here is not going to affect any of us here on this podcast, our daily lives. We're going to be fine. Because again, this is only, MMA is entertainment for us. But
Yeah.
it's disappointing to see somebody's potential go, ruined. That's disappointing.
Right.
But we directly are not affected by it. This is not going to affect our daily lives.
Yeah.
No, we're going to be fine. But we have something to cover. We have something to be disappointed about that doesn't affect us as a whole, as a nation, as a world.
Yeah.
We're not overwhelmed by it. We're disappointed. Yeah.
I do want to cap this off because I feel as though we've really dried up this sponge today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I do want to cap it off with this. And it's humorous. It's humorous because, and it ties into this week. And this is not worth covering, although we've been talking a lot about it.
Oh
boy.
So hold on. Listen. For those of you subscribed to Fios, all right?
Oh yes.
If you
Go
order
ahead,
the
go ahead.
Maymac fight, you have a chance to win 2 tickets to a future boxing event with paid hotel, right? Paid airfare. Not only that, you also get $1,000 in your pocket.
Wow.
Look, man. Look.
Dang.
Look. I'm gonna say this as a
getting desperate,
FiOS
bro.
user. Okay, as a FiOS user, I'm gonna say this one time and one time only to the UFC, to the Mayweather team, and all you guys. Stop trying to sell us this poor excuse for a fight. We're not buying it. This is a joke. We all know it's a joke. Okay, stop trying to sell us. Stop trying to sell us garbage and make it seem like it's top of the line. It ain't top of the line.
Thank you. Oh, by the way,
It's garbage.
I don't like you two because you guys have like the best internet company in the world.
Yeah, seriously. I'll tell you what, man. It's gonna sound crazy,
Go ahead.
but I don't think this fight's gonna be very long. Floyd,
Well-
Mayweather, Mac, whatever you want to call
Well,
it, Mac, whatever.
Well, I don't underestimate Connor that much. Where I
No,
don't
I
think he
don't
could last,
either.
you know.
But I'm just saying, I don't know.
I think he
man.
can go the distance. Yeah, he's not gonna win, of course. I mean, come on.
I don't know, man. Part of me
But-
still feels very one-sided direction for some reason.
It is. It is so hilarious how hard they're trying to sell this. It's hilarious. It's so cute that they're trying to sell
Yeah.
this so hard.
I mean,
I
they're
know.
giving
It's cute.
crap away. They're giving away some garbage hat. I mean, dude, hold on. How can a hat be $100 in the first place? If I'm understanding this correctly, if I'm understanding what I heard correctly, a freaking hat you put on your head. It's like,
You're paying $100
You know, it's like
for it, really.
No,
dude,
wait,
it's
no,
like
no.
some jersey.
But here's the thing. It's not
$100
just the
for a
hat.
shirt.
They're not just giving you the hat. No. They're giving you a 30-day free subscription to the UFC Fight Pass.
Please.
Don't forget about that $50 gift card that Spectrum's offering.
That's so cute. That's so cute how hard you guys are trying to sell this.
Spectrum
Yeah,
is
the
offering a
$50
$50 gift card.
Man. Even,
they're
dude,
trying so
here's
hard.
here's the bad thing. Okay? This is the funny thing. Like, what's the term I'm looking for? Like the telecom companies, I guess we'll call them. Like the cable providers, even they can't sell it. Even they're getting in
Nope.
on the, what's the term I'm looking for? What, not gimmick, but like the
The spectacle.
bribe, I guess? Or something? Well, maybe not bribe, but yeah, maybe spectacle is more accurate. But
They are trying so hard to sell
even
this. It's
they're
hilarious.
trying.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because
you have-
because they get profit from pay-per-view buys.
I wonder
Right,
what
exactly.
DirecTV's doing.
That's the reason why they're
God.
trying so hard to sell this.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
wanna
if it
know.
isn't raining at somebody's house.
For those of you subscribe to any cable subscription-based package or whatever, let us know in the comment section below what your company is giving away if you order this fight.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
We'd
That'd be
love to be
interesting.
humored.
Yeah, this is humorous. I mean,
Yes, we do.
again,
This is really funny.
hey, Dana White and Mayweather and all y'all. You guys are so cute for trying so hard to sell us this. That's how cute of you. That's so adorable. Aw, mira que
That is
lindo, mira.
adorable. Oh my
So adorable.
gosh.
Oh, you guys trying to sell this to us? Ay, bendito. Look at you. Look at you. Ay, man. I could just pinch your little cheeks.
be like the old ladies, old viejitas that come up to you and they pinch your cheeks, and you're like, why did you do that to me?
Like, yeah, thank you.
Get off me.
Get off me. Out of here.
Yeah.
That's annoying, by the way. Like, hey, get off.
Speaking of that, one time I was in a...
But once again, folks, September 16th, Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G.
No, that is going to be a fight. Okay?
Right.
That's a fight.
Look,
Oh, yeah,
listen,
NJPW on the
listen,
the
listen,
mainstream
September
media is not... The
Go ahead,
mainstream
Ness.
media is not giving this fight enough attention. We're going to give it attention. Triple G versus
That's right.
Canelo Alvarez, September 16th.
Absolutely.
Get that.
And
Buy
we've been
Check
plugging
it out.
that every single chance we've got, people.
Hey,
Yeah, I
that's
can't say
right.
we haven't, because we have.
We have.
By the way, September 16th is going to be a very, 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 very busy day for me, because not only do I have that fight to watch, I also have NJPW Destruction to watch.
Oh, nice.
So
I forgot
very busy for me. So it's gonna be great, and then follow that up
That's
with
gonna be fun.
Football Sunday. That's gonna be
Oh,
awesome.
yeah! Woo! Oh, yeah.
So,
Yes. Ready for some good sports, man.
so here
Oh,
we
yeah.
go, baby.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be great, man.
Yes.
We're going to be entering the new season, the new weather season.
Yes.
Autumn is going to be awesome. Let's do this.
Oh, I can't
That's
wait.
the one beautiful thing about autumn.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and you know what? I don't follow college bowl, but just because I don't follow college ball, that doesn't mean that I ain't gonna big up you people who watch college sports. So
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
You
big
guys
up to
enjoy yourselves.
you guys
hey.
who follow football Saturday or Saturday football. However they how do
Football
they say it?
Saturday, yeah.
Football Saturday, right?
I think
Yeah.
football
Yes.
Saturday, yeah.
It's football Saturday. All right, football Saturday. There we go.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
right. So
That's right. Nice.
with that note, however, anybody got any last words?
Nope.
Nope.
That about covers it, man. I mean, hey, what else is there to say that we haven't already said, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Other than, guys, stay tuned for upcoming podcasts, gameplays, etc.,
Yep.
etc. We will
Yep.
be back.
Yep.
Yep.
We will be
Got
back
big
in full
plans.
effect.
Like we do have
That's
big
right.
plans, by the way. I'll let
That's
you guys
right.
know that.
We are planning an Injustice or MKX either or live stream.
Yep.
So
Yep. And we also got an interview coming up that some of you in the audio game community might enjoy. So
Exactly.
I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good cliffhanger. Good teaser there. Good job, guys.
Yes.
so Star Fox, you got anything for our people out there?
Subscribe.
That's right. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, folks.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm Baby Moy. She's Star
right.
Fox. He's Austin the Blade. He's Simply Ness. We are hooligans and gooligans. No, we are ENT hooligans. Till next time, folks, keep us locked, be blessed, be safe. And as usual, I like to cap things off with a resounding... Wait a minute, I'll meet you guys on the other side of things after I close out. So, with that said... See ya!